Hi again. This class is working with bandhas. Bandha means a seal or a lock. So we're doing a practice around sealing in our energy and creating really strong and clear boundaries in our energy system using the pelvic floor muscles, using some contraction and work here in the solar plexus and the throat as well. So just before we get started, there's a caution with this really in that it's a very advanced practice in yoga. The positions themselves they don't look very advanced, but this working the breath in this strong way that we're going to do is quite challenging if you have a sensitivity in your breathing around holding the breath. So if you've been doing practices and you know that when we come to doing retention or holding of the breath that it creates stress, it's really uncomfortable, and it makes you very nervous, don't do this practice yet. You're not quite ready for it. That you need to work more on other practices that help to develop a full deep range of the breath and give you that you're comfortable to do the breath retention. So say a practice like the tantra breathing practice, moving practice would be really good for that, to work on that for a while until you feel really comfortable in retaining the breath, which shouldn't take too long, but you need to get there first. Otherwise this will just be an uncomfortable practice, not an enjoyable one. So once you feel that you're ready to do this work, then come down and we'll start lying down, and I'll talk to you more about it as we continue. So just come onto your back, and we're going to do the first few exercises lying down so that you're very relaxed as you get used to the feeling in these parts of the body and the breath there. So the first one is diaphragmatic breathing. So place your hands on your ribs and rest your elbows out to the side. Relax your head there. Your knees can touch each other or just stay resting in the air. So just take a few breaths where you're feeling your ribs moving in and out. And then we're going to work with the inhale and the ribs expanding wide on the inhale. It's a really nice wide expansion in the ribs. Keep them going wide, wide, wide out to the side. Relax them open. And then exhale. As the ribs go in, you can give them a very gentle little push. Just very gently letting the ribs go in a bit more with resistance. And then against that push, you expand your ribs. So push your ribs into the hands, so you're expanding into the hands on the inhale. And then exhaling, squeezing down, letting all the breath out. Then again, expanding the ribs out into the hands on the inhale. One more like that. So we're really getting the diaphragm moving, the breath deepening. So this is called Uddiyana Bandha, the solar plexus seal. So you're going to inhale. Start to get a feel here by inhaling, expand the ribs and hold the ribs now out to the side. Set the elbows, just relax the ribs wide and don't let them go in on the exhale. So exhale and let the ribs stay broad. Inhaling, expanding. Exhaling, keep the ribs broad and feel on the exhale that there's this, instead of the ribs going in, the belly sucks in and back. And this is very much the energy seal. Is what we're looking for is this sort of sunken, hollowing feeling around the stomach. And to create that, it's opening up the ribs, really broadening the ribs and the diaphragm there to get that. So keep the ribs wide and just take a few more breaths, seeing if you can breathe normally, but don't let the ribs move, and you'll feel this suctioning, pulling around the stomach. Just one more breath there. And then let the ribs relax in. And then down into the Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor. So we'll just do this gently with a tilt and tuck. So on the inhale, you tilt the pelvis away so the back arches slightly, creating an arch in the back. And then on the exhale, flatten the back and draw the Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor muscles in and up. And those are the genitals, the anus, the perineum, those floor of the body muscles. And then inhale. Open up. You don't want to do it so much that you clench your buttocks, just much more internally behind the pubic bone, inside the sit bones, drawing up a few of those. Inhale. And exhale. Now a couple more, and this time when you exhale and draw Mula Bandha up, tuck the chin in. So Jalandhara Bandha would be the third one, and it's the more easy one to find because it's tucking the chin in. It's kind of making a double chin, and you can hear in my voice, and you can feel there's a compression around the front of the throat. You can put your fingers there and feel that. So let the belly relax, let the body go into open, and then pelvic floor up and in, belly flattening down, throat squeezed as the chin comes in. One more like that. And exhale. Throat, chin in, throat contracting, belly hugging back, pelvic floor coming up. And then let that go. Just find a normal breath here. So we're going to do another one on lying down, and this should help you to start to feel Uddiyana Bandha, this solar plexus area. So to do this, you're reaching your arms up. So this is where we start to use a breath retention. So you're holding the breath a bit here to get this suctioning and quite a strong pulling back. Oh, I always yawn when I bring my arms over the head. Just have a yawn there. Oh, it's good. Interlace fingers, turn palms away, straighten the legs. Keep the legs close together and strong as you stretch your body out. On the inhale, feel your chest lifting. So as you stretch on the inhale, notice how the chest comes up and broadens. And then as you exhale, you hug your belly in and squeeze and flatten the back down. Inhaling, stretching, getting longer. Exhaling, hugging. Oh. Again, stretching there and hugging in. So let's do this Bandha seal now, where you inhale, stretch everything out. Feel that feeling, because you're going to make that shape, but without drawing air in next. So exhale, hug the belly in, squeeze all the breath out, draw the pelvic floor up. And then, can you make the shape of inhaling without letting air come in? So you lift the chest, reach the arms, and then pull the stomach area of the abdominal muscles back without inhaling. And you should feel suction happening there. And then relax the belly and inhale. And then stretch your body long. And squeeze the breath down to 0. Make the shape of inhaling in the ribs, the chest, doming up. Spread the chest. Suction the belly back, straighten the legs without inhaling. Hold it there. Lift the pelvic floor, tuck the chin, and then relax. So that's bringing all these bandhas in together. Take a breath, and we'll do that once more if you're comfortable to do that again. So stretch out, chest up, stretching. And then hug the belly in, squeeze the breath out. I'll do it with you this time because I can't talk when I'm doing the Uddiyana Bandha. So squeeze the breath out. And then mimic the shape of inhaling. Relaxing, and then let the breath flow normally. Release your arms. Just lie for a moment, see how that's feeling. Okay, so coming up now, over to sitting. So we're going to continue this sitting. If you'd like to come and sit up on something, so bolster a meditation cushion or a couple of blankets so you're nicely raised up there. So I'll just talk to you a little bit about why we're doing this, why we're doing these practices and what they're useful for, because they're very it's very much classical yoga, and Bandha work comes into a lot of the asana practices, and it's very deep, energetic work. And the way I see this helping us in our daily lives and in our practice in general is that our flow of energy, our prana, our life force, can get very blended and connected with other people's energy in the way that our nervous system mirrors and mimics and connects to other people's nervous systems. So when you're in situations, high stress situations, there's a lot of pressure, you'll be feeling that. You can feel all the stress from other people. And and on more subtle levels as well, around family and people you're connected to, what they're feeling and they're experiencing in their nervous system and in their energy can be what you end up feeling as well. So if we're very connected and very blended and very empathic in some ways and open to other people, it can be hard to know sometimes the difference between what's yours and what's mine. And these are my feelings, and these are your feelings. So we can actually end up having a lot of illness and stress and tension in our body that actually doesn't even belong to us. So what we can do in our yoga practice is learn how to seal our energy in ourselves and create a very strong and loving, clear boundary between ourselves and others. That's yours, this is mine. And we can do this through this contracting in the muscles and sealing the energy in this way. So it's really powerful work. And I'll just show you an exercise here that you can do that's a subtle way of doing this when you're sitting with somebody, say, or you're in a meeting, or you're in a situation where you can feel taking on too much here. This isn't mine. This is yours. This is your work to do, and I'm over here. And so still staying connected, staying in touch, but more in yourself, in your own energy. So we'll do this with Mula Bandha, and just feel a little bit initially in Uddiyana and Jalandhara as well, and then just focus on Mula Bandha. So you're going to relax the pelvic floor on the inhale and contract on the exhale for this one. And it's opposite to sometimes how we do it in other practices, like the meditation is the other way, but just working this way for now. So you're exhaling, lifting the pelvic floor up. And as you do that, just gently close a fist in your hand, just gently on the exhale, and then inhale, relax the hand open. And exhaling, drawing Mula Bandha, those pelvic floor muscles in and up. And what you want to learn to do with your Mula Bandha with the pelvic floor is not clench. So you can try this in the hand to help remind you of that. But when you close your fist, you can also clench your fist. And that's too much effort in the pelvic floor. So we don't want to clench the pelvic floor. You just want to engage those muscles, feel them coming up. And then to create more of a seal in your energy, you also feel your spine. So as you draw the pelvic floor up, feel that it's sort of pulling you back, and you're sitting back into your own spine. And let the neck get a little bit longer, so the shoulders drop down. And there's a very assertive stance to this, very strong and steady. And then inhale. And as you relax, there's this feeling that when we're over-connected, over-empathic, we kind of lean forward and we're over-giving. And then draw the pelvic floor in and come back and feel that you're sitting back in your spine, in your energy, belonging to yourself. A couple of those. So inhale, let it go. Exhale, drawing back. Inhale. And exhale. And then keep the pelvic floor lifted. So keep Mula Bandha gently engaged. And so in situations where you need to kind of seal your energy, you can just lift Mula Bandha, keep it gently engaged, sit back into your spine and lengthen the back of the neck. And that can often be enough just to bring you back into your own energy. Just take a moment there, feeling that. And then you'll find the pelvic floor, the Mula Bandha starts to tire a little, and then you just let it go, releasing down. Okay, well done. So let's continue this standing. So we're going to come to some more classical asana practices here on the mat. So up to standing. And just do this simple movement, and you can use this at the beginning of your sun salute as well. So on the inhale, you raise your arms up. And then on the exhale, you draw your arms down. And as you bring them down, draw the chin in, draw the belly in, and lift Mula Bandha up. So there's this feeling of sealing everything in. And then releasing, inhaling, opening up. And you don't need to overdo this. You can do it quite gently and really effectively. So see how you can feel the energy Minimize your effort and keep that energetic work happening. Inhale. And gently chin down, belly back, pelvic floor up, straight spine. Do a few more of these. One of the parts of Bandha work is you can only engage all three bandhas when you have a straight spine. So, and especially Uddiyana Bandha, this middle one, will only happen with a straight spine. And it helps to straighten your spine. It helps you to bring you back into your spine, into your sense of yourself. And again, feel the spine straightening, chin down, pelvic floor up, belly back. Lovely. And then one more at the top of your mat, and we'll take that into just a simple sun salute to warm up there a bit more. Inhale. Draw the belly in, draw the chin down, belly back, pelvic floor up, and then just fold over and let that go. Releasing down, half Uttanasana, inhaling. And then stepping back into downward facing dog. Exhale. Forward into plank, straight spine, pelvic floor in, belly up, chin down. And then back to downward dog. And we'll do that a few times. So just stretching out, inhaling in downward dog. Exhale, pull the pelvic floor in and up and draw the belly back just gently into plank. Inhale, back up into dog, stretch back. And exhale, draw the pelvic floor. So it's like the pelvic floor is pulling you, Mula Bandha is pulling you and engaging the core. In plank, one more there, inhale. Exhale. Okay, let it go and come back to child's pose, sinking down. Inhale and coming up. Exhaling to the ground. Taking cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. So we'll try Uddiyana Bandha here. So in essence, Uddiyana Bandha is the expanding of the ribs and the pulling back and in of the stomach area of the abdominal muscle. So you can feel it in a straight spine. And it's quite good to feel it in an upside down position because gravity is helping you here. So on the inhale, stretch the ribs. Exhale, pull Mula Bandha gently in and belly back. And then mimic an inhale without letting air come in. So expand the rib cage, hug the belly back, tuck the chin in, and you should feel this suction feeling in the stomach. Relax the belly. Inhale. So I'm talking you through it. I'm not doing it. You can't actually talk while you're doing this because it's strong work and it's impossible to speak. So I'll just talk you through it and then I'll do one with you. So inhale normally. Exhale, Mula Bandha in, so pelvic floor. Hug the belly back, squeeze all the breath out, and then reach and stretch the ribs open. Really expand the ribs. Hug the stomach area back. Feel that suctioning. Tuck the chin in, and then let it go. Inhale. So you want to let your muscles relax before you inhale after Uddiyana Bandha. One more, and I'll do this one with you. Exhale all the breath out, Mula Bandha. And then coming down. What you should notice there is that when you're in Uddiyana Bandha, it actually straightens the spine more and it gives you lots of support in your back. So let's come up to downward dog and into a crescent lunge, so a high lunge. So stepping up in your dog, reach the right leg up, deep breath in. Step the right foot forward, exhale, leave the left heel off the ground, inhale, coming up. And then exhale from here. You're going to come gently into thunderbolt pose and draw the belly back and see if you can straighten your spine and tuck the chin in. So we'll just do this straight spine feeling. And when you straighten your spine and tuck the chin in here, it's quite a core strengthener, keeping the arms in line with the head. And this is how we can start to really use the bandhas in our asana. So one more there, it's quite strong. Feel the chin come in, belly come back, lift the pelvic floor a little, and then come up. And then step the back foot down, bring the right arm behind you onto your lower back, palm out. Let's try doing this one, coming up and down with the breath. And keep Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor, lift the whole way. So inhale. And then as you lower down, very gently lift Mula Bandha up to give you support all the way down. Keep Mula Bandha lifted as you inhale, coming up to create lots of tone and support. And we'll do that twice more. So exhaling, feeling a lift in Mula Bandha and the pelvic floor. Inhale, keep it lifted, coming up. And exhale. Keep it gentle, support there. It doesn't have to be strong, just a little lift. Inhale. This time lower down and ready for downward dog. So lift the Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. Lower your hand, step the right foot back. And then coming forward into plank pose, inhale. Lower to the ground, exhale. And taking cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. And we'll do the same on the other side. So raise the left leg up, deep breath. And step the left foot between the hands, coming to a high lunge. Raise the arms, inhale. And then thunderbolt. So draw the pelvic floor in, draw the belly back, and drop the chin, and feel that strong spine, strong legs. Inhale. And this is strengthening, belly in, pelvic floor up, chin in, just a little. Strong arms. Inhale, one more of those. So finding balance. I'm telling myself that. Drawing your belly in, pelvic floor, reach the arms. And then come up, bring the back foot down. And then reach the left arm back behind you, palm facing out on the back, reaching the right arm. Lift the Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor, all the way down and all the way up 3 times. So as you go down, keep Mula Bandha lifting all the way down and then all the way up. And all the way down, exhaling. And it doesn't need to be strong, it's just a little tone, just a little support there for the movement to create more tone and control in your movement as well. Support as you go down. And as you come up, inhale. That's it. Now we're going to go into a forward fold along the long edge of the mat. So go down again, Mula Bandha lifting. And then slide the arm along the long edge of the mat, parallel your feet. So this is a classical way to find Uddiyana Bandha, the solar plexus one. And again, it's helpful in a inversion because gravity helps you here. So just try this, but stop if you get a bit dizzy with the head dropping up and down. So exhale all the way down into your forward fold. And then inhale, come up as if you were going to inhale, but you're not bringing the air in. You come up, you expand the ribs and hug the belly in, tuck the chin down and lift the pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Pause there and then relax your muscles and lower down. And then squeeze all the breath out. And coming up without inhaling, coming up. Expand the ribs, pull the belly back, sealing it all in, and then lowering down, exhale. We'll do one more of those. I'll do it with you. Coming up without inhaling. Relaxing, and then inhale and exhale down. And just step the feet in and come down to sit. So we'll do the final one here is the classical Jalandhara. Not Jalandhara, sorry. Janushirashasana, forward fold. And this brings the Jalandhara, Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha in, all of them together. And this is to keep a really straight spine. So classically, and it's quite a hard one to do because we're forward folding with a really straight spine against the resistance of the hips. So what you're trying to do is reach for the foot, but keep your back straight. So your shoulders come down your back. If you can't touch your foot, don't worry, just use your fingertips on the ground and keep the back straight and hinge as much as you can there in the hips. And then from here, you're going to reach your spine really long on the inhale. On the exhale, lift Mula Bandha and start to draw the chin in. And then imagine you're inhaling. Mimic the inhale. Spread the ribs wide. Draw the stomach area back. Feel the spine get even straighter. Tuck the chin in more. Lift Mula Bandha more. Pause, pause, pause. And then relax your muscles. And then let the air come in. Take a breath. That might be enough for you. You might need to stop there. We'll try 2 more if you want to. So again, to set this up, let all the breath out. And at the end of the exhale, lift Mula Bandha. Tuck chin in. And then expand the ribs as if you were inhaling. Uddiyana Bandha. Suck, belly in. Shoulders down. Feel that really straight spine. Tuck chin in more. Lift Mula Bandha more. And then let it go. I'll do the third one with you. So empty all the breath out. Mula Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, and then Uddiyana Bandha. And just sit up for a moment and take a few breaths, hands on your legs, just feeling that rich energy flowing around your system, your energy. That's it. And we'll do 3 of those on the other side, 3 bandhas. So make sure you have enough support. I'm going to put a bit of support under my knee this side. And make sure you've got a nice straight back when you reach for your foot. And if you can't touch the foot again, use the hands on the ground. So straighten your back, reach longer, and on the exhale, or actually what we'll do here, I just remembered, is that the classical way to seal Mula Bandha here is putting the heel in the pelvic floor, on the pubic bone and into the pelvic floor there. So it creates this pressure, this seal there. So you can try that and see how that feels on this side. And reach long. And then all the breath out, so squeeze all the breath out. Lift pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, and then apply Uddiyana Bandha. Ribs wide, stomach back, spine even longer, spine longer, chin in, Mula Bandha up. Relax your muscles and then inhale. Okay, 1 more of those. 2 more. We'll do this one, I'll talk you through it, and then I'll do the last one with you. So all the breath out, Mula Bandha up, Jalandhara Bandha in there, apply Uddiyana Bandha, ribs wide, stomach back, spine straight, chin in, Mula Bandha up. Relax the body, and then let the breath come in. Last one with you. A few moments just sitting in that position. Feel the energy in your body. Notice how you feel it, what your energy feels like now, pulsing through you, sparkling, throbbing, whatever the energy feels like, just notice that. Okay, let's come to lying down in Shavasana. If you have a bolster, what you might want to do is put it on your body here, or a few blankets, something heavy. It's nice at this point just to seal and feel support there. Let your arms rest down. Just take a couple of minutes in Shavasana to really marinate and settle into, let all that energy permeate your cells. And as you settle in and settle down, notice the energetic and emotional aspects of this practice. And what we're really asking ourselves to do here is what I would consider as radical self-care, is caring for our feelings, caring for how we feel inside. And we can all too quickly and easily feel that other people are responsible for our feelings, for the way we feel. And we all have relationships where we know that people feel that we need to take care of their feelings. This is blending, and this is where it all starts to go a bit messy and wrong in boundaries in relationships. So let's take a moment to think about the times in your life where you have said, "You make me feel like this." And how automatic that is, how easily we say that, "You make me feel like this," whether it's in love or in anger, that person makes you feel like this. But the reality is nobody can make you feel anything. You feel the way you feel. They're your feelings. And only you are responsible for them. Nobody else can take care of your feelings. So what would it be like in your relationships just to be really caring of your own feelings and not take on other people's feelings as your responsibility? And this works in love and in anger, in love and hate. We can only take care of our own feelings, and other people can only take care of their own. Draw your energy back, recoil back. Anything you feel that you're leaving with other people, bring it back, bring it into your system, bring it into yourself for you to take care of. And it can be amazingly freeing. It's hard at first, but it can free you up so well to just have relationships that are mutual and balanced. Okay, have a stretch there. You can come up to sitting when you're ready. Rolling over. Bringing your hands to your heart center to seal this practice and really acknowledging this work that you're doing that is physical, mental, emotional, on such a deep level. Real self-care. And with so much gratitude to all the teachers that have brought these practices to us through the years and over the miles into this moment now, into where you are right now, for you to engage with and be supported by these amazing practices. So with deep gratitude, we bow. Namaste.